For today's lesson, we're going to learn the third method of solving systems. So we've looked at solving systems by graphing, solving systems by substitution. Now we're going to look at solving systems by elimination. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to solve a system of linear equations by elimination. And also you will be able to determine whether a system of two linear equations has one infinite number or no solutions. So in elimination, we stack the equations, add or subtract so that one of the variables cancels out. We use this method when our equations are already set up so that one of the variables cancels. View the step below. So you're going to either add or subtract the two equations so that one of the variables cancels out. Special cases require multiplication. So for elimination, we'll be using addition, subtraction, and multiplication for special cases. Solve the resulting equation. Substitute your value into either or the original equations, then solve for the other variable. Write your solution as an ordered pair. Okay, so let's look at the first example. So we have 2x plus 2y equals 13, and we have negative x plus y equals 5. All right, so I can see here, I'm going to use my highlighter tool. I can see here that I have a positive x and a negative x, okay? So having a positive x and a negative x, again, my whole goal in elimination is to eliminate a variable. So since I have a negative x and a positive x, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add these equations together. All right? So positive x plus a negative x, well, that cancels out. I have 2y plus y, that gives me 3y. And then I have 13 plus 15, which gives me 18. All right, so again, that whole goal of solving by elimination is to eliminate a variable. So now we're just solving for y. So I'm going to divide 3 on both sides. And I get y is equal to 6. Just like with graphing, just like with substitution, I have to have a value for my x and my y. So now I'm going to solve for x. Again, it does not matter which equation that you use to solve for x. You're going to plug in 6 anyway. So I'm going to use the second equation. So I have negative x plus 6 equals 5. Subtract 6 on both sides. I get negative x is equal to negative 1. Divide both sides by negative 1. And I get x is equal to 1. So the solution for this system is 1, 6. And remember, when we write our coordinate points, we are writing them in XY format. All right, so let's take a look at our second example. All right. So we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 7, and negative 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. So again, I'm going to use my highlighter tool. The whole goal is I want to eliminate a variable. I can see here that I have a positive 3x and a negative 3x. So therefore, I'm going to cancel out my x variable. All right, so since I have a positive 3 and a negative 3, I'm going to go ahead and add those two together, which they cancel out. So I get 2y plus 4y, which equals 6y. And then we have 7 plus 5, which gives us 12. Divide both sides by 6, and you get y is equal to 2. Again, we have our y value. Now we have to determine our x value. Again, you can use either equation, but I have 3x plus 2y, which our y is 2, is equal to 7. 3x plus 4 is equal to 7. Subtract 4 from both sides. We get 3x is equal to 3. Divide both sides by 3, and we get x is equal to 1. So we have the solution 1, 2. So remember, our x value goes first and then our y value. All right, so now I want you to try the following equations on your own to see if you can work those out. So again, you're using addition, subtraction, or in special cases, multiplication. All right, so now let's take a look at number 1. So it says, it gives us the equations 5x plus 3y equals 7 and 3x minus 2y equals 8. So looking here, I don't have any variables that are the same or the opposite. So if we look back at our last two examples, we had a positive x and a negative x, a positive 3 and a negative 3. Here I don't have that. I have a 5x and a 3x. I have a 3y and a negative 2y. So this will be an example of one of our special cases where we would have to use multiplication. So just for the purpose of this set of notes, we've solved for x or eliminated our variable x in the last couple examples. So here I'm going to eliminate my variable y. All right, so looking here at my positive 3y and my negative 2y, okay? Using multiplication, I have to multiply these numbers in order to make the coefficients the same. So looking here, I have 3y and I have 2y. What do they have in common? They both have the multiple of 6 in common. So I'm going to multiply my entire top equation of 5x plus 3y equals 7 by 2. Then I'm also going to multiply my second equation, 3x minus 2y equals 8, by 3. So now that gives me the new equation for my first equation when I multiply with just doing the distributive property. So 2 times 5x gives you 10x. 2 times 3y gives you a positive 6y. Oops. And then 2 times 7 gives me 14. Now I'm going to multiply my entire second equation by 3. So I get 9x minus 6y equals 24, okay? Now we can see here that I have a positive 6 and a negative 6. Therefore, I'm going to add these two equations together. 10x plus 9x gives me 19x. My 6y's cancel out. And then I have 14 plus 24, which gives me 38. Divide both sides by 19. And I get x is equal to 2. All right. So just like in the other examples, I have to solve for my y since we solved for x. So with these special cases, anytime you are looking for your other variable, you have to go back to the original. So you have to use one of these two equations. Oops, shouldn't have put the line through it. You have to use one of these two equations. You cannot use the new equations, okay? So you have to go back to the original equation. So I'm going to choose the second equation, which is 3 times 2, since my x value is 2, minus 2y equals 8. 6 minus 2y equals 8. Subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 2y is equal to 2. Divide both sides by negative 2. Y is equal to negative 1. Again, we always write our solution with our x value first, which is 2, and then our y value. That's how we always write our coordinates, okay? Now let's take a look at the last one. So we have negative 5x plus y is equal to 20, and 3x plus y is equal to negative 12, all right? So I can see here that I have my y terms have the same coefficient. So since my y terms have the same coefficient, I am going to subtract. So I'm going to rewrite this. I have 5x plus y is equal to 20. And then I have 3x plus y is equal to negative 12. So here I am going to subtract instead of add, because when I subtract y minus y, that cancels out my y value. So I have negative 5x minus 3x. So that's going to give me a negative 8x. Y minus y, that cancels. 20 minus 12 gives me 8. Divide both sides by negative 8. Divide both sides by negative 8. And x is equal to negative 1. Now that we have our x value, now we're going to solve for y. Again, with this situation, it doesn't matter which equation you use. I'm going to go ahead and use the top equation, which is negative 5. Sub in my 1 for x. Plus y is equal to 20. 5 plus y is equal to 20. Subtract 5. Subtract 5. Y is equal to 15. So we get the solution. Negative 1, 15. All right, so now you're going to test your understanding using the Google form that is attached to this assignment on Google Classroom.